Okay, today is kind of a sad day. It always makes me sad, but it's also necessary. We are going to be ripping out everything in the greenhouses and flipping these beds for fall. Typically, we get cooler weather a little bit earlier in the fall and we get a second flush of tomatoes. However, it's still been triple digits. We're supposed to be in the 80s this next week, but I think we've decided that it's just time. It would be more profitable for us to flip these beds into something else rather than leave them as they are with tomatoes in them and just hope that we get enough of a second go around. So I am gonna start ripping out. Oh gosh, it rained. Check this out. There we go. But I am going to start taking out things in the big tunnel. Emma is down here helping me, and she is picking the last of our shishito peppers. We do Christmas gifts for our family every year, and we preserve and can and do stuff like that. So we pick what's left for some pickled shishitos, and yeah, it's a big task, but it typically starts going pretty fast once you get some space cleared out. So, but this is, as you can see, it's just overgrown, and despite our best efforts to keep it cool, it's not setting fruit. So it's time to make a change. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, she's empty. One down, one to go. Next thing is in here is pulling up all of the landscape fabric, getting all the tomahawks cleaned up, all that stuff, because we're going to be either direct sewing or changing out the fabric that goes in here. This is a single row, and I think we decided we're going to do mostly greens in here. So those need to be at least 4 across, 6-inch spacing. So that is the next thing. For now, I need to go in and rinse. My skin is on fire, just itchy all over from the tomatoes, and my hands are pretty dirty. So shower time, regroup, probably come back out when it's cooled off a little bit. I have a stowaway on my shoe. I'm getting ready to go back outside for round 2, and this little guy visited the house. Sorry, dude, you gotta go. Another cool bud. She's pretty. Big, too. No, don't do that. She'll fly off and fly on me. See if she'll go on my slippers here. Come on. Come on. All the way. Oh. Go take it to the tree. Isn't that creepy? Go put her on the tree.
Scared, it's kind of tough.
Oh god. There you go. Can you imagine if these things were like 6 feet tall? Terrifying. Look at his little spines on it. Holy cow. Number 2, all empty. We just need to come through and sweep, and again, fold up these landscape fabric pieces, because we're going to be either direct sewing or using different hole patterns. That's going through and picking up all the sticks and stuff in the corners. But here's the carnage. We'll go through, pick all this up with the forks on the tractor and put it in a compost pile. But for now, it's empty. Great, there's a chicken in the road. All right, it is Sunday morning, and I'm gonna try really hard to make sure this gets, actually no, I am gonna include this in the weekly highlights video this afternoon. So we are doing our big push to get everything planted today. It's supposed to be in the 70s and 80s this next week, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Tuesday, so we are gonna take advantage of that. Right now I am driving over to the barn, shop, wash pack, whatever you want to call it, to pick up some soil amendments. We're going to be spraying EM1. It's a microbial inoculant. We are not going to be adding compost this bed flip because we added a lot on the beds we're going to be working on. We added a lot in the summer, so I don't think they really need it. But we are going to use the EM1 stuff. It just gives it an extra boost. The small greenhouse is going to be seeded with baby kale, radish, turnips, and beets. And then the big greenhouse is going to have our head lettuce. Let me see where that stuff is. Ooh, there's a spider web in there. Ugh. So this is what I'm using. But the big greenhouse is going to have head lettuce, salad mix, and spinach. Now I'm going to wait on the spinach. I'm not confident enough that the soil temperature will be the right thing that spinach needs. So we're going to check that end of this week. And with the tunnel being wide open and it being cloudy and cooler and rainy and stuff, if the soil temps are good at that point, then we'll seed spinach. It's too hot for that still. So it's gonna be a long day. Once we get that stuff in, later this evening when the sun isn't super hot, because the high today is still 93, but later today when the sun starts going down, we're gonna transplant our cabbages and our Swiss chard and all of our head lettuce. So finally we will have some greens available. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm just gonna set you guys up on time lapse, and if I have things that I need to narrate or specific things that I need to show you while we're working, I will grab the phone and do that. But it's gonna be a big, busy day. I am so excited to actually be outside and doing this. I love teaching, and I love the opportunity that I have this year to be in the classroom, but this is what I really enjoy. So I'm going to take you guys along. I'm going to stop talking. I'm almost to the greenhouse, and I got to unload the truck. Got my seeds and my seeds and my Jang hopper. The Jang is in the back of the truck, and the backpack sprayer is back there for the EM1. So, woo, big planting day. Woo, sun is bright. So first thing that needs to happen is we're gonna roll up, instead of taking this all the way out, because this tunnel is shorter than everything else. So these pieces of fabric are cut exactly for this space and only for this space. So we're just gonna come from the end down here, roll everything up and against this wall. And then that'll leave the soil space exposed, and we can get started on that. So first things first is roll up the fabric. Show you what I almost walked face first into. stood up. And that was like 6 inches from my face. She actually, this whole web she's in, I don't think you can see it on camera, but the whole web she's done, she redid overnight because she was connected to all the tomato plants that were over here. I'm going to try my best to leave her alone and not touch what she's got going on. Alright, so all the fabric is up. We're going to secure it a little better along the end here, but for now that'll do. Whitney is reshaping and kind of redistributing some of the compost that's in these beds. And I need to go get the broad fork. These are so compacted. Okay, so Oliver asked if he can learn how to use the push seeder. So I'm going to kind of go over an explanation for him, and I thought you'd like to see. This is the hopper, and this is what holds your seeds inside. And I just finished seeding beets. So I need to take what's left of my beets and save those for another time. So I'm going to pour them in here. Uh-oh, can you help me open that? Yeah, there we go. Now, see, I've got some beads still in here. This opens on the side. Okay. This little brush right here, that's called the sweep. That's what makes sure only the amount of seeds that belong in the hole go down into your seed bags. If you didn't have that sweep there and it was open too much, you would just dump seeds everywhere. So that's what that is. Now, we're going to seed turnips next, Oliver, and this is not the right roller for turnips. Turnip seeds, scoot back. Seeds are very, very tiny. Back up. You're kind of climbing in front of the camera. Sorry. Okay. You need to understand why we do this if you're going to use the seeder. Hold out your hand. Okay. Those are kale seeds. Can you show the camera? Very tiny. Okay. And those use the smallest seed roller. It's this one right here. So what we need to do now, hang on. We need to switch out the seed roller. It's got a pin on this side. Come on. Ooh, that was stuck. Take this one out. And you can't just put it in there. You have to look. The letters go on this side. So you did have it the right way. That goes there. This goes in. And my cotter pin goes back in on this side. Now, I have to adjust my sweep. So if I have this open, all the seeds will dump out. We want to have it just touching. So the only seeds that can come out are the ones that fit down in the hole, okay? So we close that. We close this side to keep everything contained in there. Go ahead and put your seeds in. And we're going to pour that inside. Be very careful, okay? Yeah. hang on. Nope, don't put that on yet. Okay. We want to test it and make sure. Are you listening?
Yes, I'm thirsty.
We want to test it and make sure that the right amount of seeds is dropping out. So hold this. You hold it flat. And I'm going to turn this like we're using the seeder. Are seeds coming out?
Yes.
Yep, so we know we're good. Put those back. And now we'll put it on and I'll show you how to push it, okay? Okay. Now, the most important part to remember is we want to go in as straight a line as we can. You can step there. I've got my hopper put on. And let's see. Come on this side. Come over here. Because that way you can walk in the walkway and not on the bed. And I'm going to help you start it, and you're just going to push it and walk straight, okay? Let's see here. Make sure the seeds are coming out like they should be. They are. Good. And you're just going to walk. It's hard to start straight. Stuck. See?
Yeah.
Ta-da! We've got beets, turnips, baby kale, and radishes all in here getting watered in. And we've got it set up where we can use the overhead like so, but then we can come in here and add more connectors so there's drip line too. So, woo! Well, guys, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you a finished product today. We tried to go back out around 2:30 this afternoon, and it was just so hot. Both our bodies were like, no, you need to be done. So Whitney and I came in, cooled off. The kids came back from playing at the park with their mama and cousins and all that, so had to be mom for a bit. And by the time it cooled off enough for me to be back out here, I had to start dinner. So it's 7:40-ish right now. I'm running out of daylight, but I'm going to try and fix a water leak issue in here. And I've got 4 beds uncovered where I'm going to hopefully get some carrots put in the ground before it rains tonight. We can do a lot of the planting for lettuces and stuff in the greenhouse tomorrow and Tuesday in the rain, so that's not quite so bad, but I've got to take care of this first. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you found something interesting in our crazy life out here, but I'm going to sign off for today and get this stuff taken care of, and we'll update you later in the week. Thanks for watching. Bye.